Hey y'all, here I am with another little video, and today I'm coming at you with a little restoration video. Now I recently went to the thrift store and I found this Magic Attic Club Heather doll from I think the 90s for about $10.99. I'm really happy that I found her because I honestly kind of knew who she was already, and then I missed out on buying her because I just talked myself out of it. And then, I did some research and saw that it was exactly who I thought it was. And then went back to the thrift store, and lo and behold, she was still there, thankfully. But as you can see, she's got a whole bunch of hair that's just like a rat's nest right about now. And like her limbs are loose, but like I can't really do anything about that at the moment, so I'm just gonna go ahead and restore her hair on camera for y'all. And like I've already gone ahead and like wiped her down and like scrubbed her and like, chemically treated this like vinyl because, she is old and I did find her at a thrift store. But yeah, in the next clip, we're going to be getting her ready for her little detangling, disinfecting, and like boil wash and stuff like that. Hey y'all, here I am in my bathroom, ready for the restoration. Here I just have my dolly, and I've just got my disinfectant dish soap, my detangling brush, and this is the conditioner that I'm going to be using. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Now I'm just going to do a regular like bacteria rinse and whatnot and wash. Hopefully you guys can see everything correctly. But it has been a while since I filmed the restoration video. I do know that these dolls do have wigs. Not entirely sure how careful you have to be with the eyes, but I'm definitely going to try and be as careful as I can with this dollar. I could tell that she's like definitely been played with really roughly, but like I'm really itching to just like restore her hair and stuff like that. And I'll restring her like a different time when I finally have like the cord to be able to like restring her elastics and stuff like that. Because if you couldn't tell already, her arm right over here is like pretty loose, but it's still attached, so I'm not complaining really. Now I'm just gonna get my dish soap. Now I'm just gonna go in again with more dish soap. She does have like a lot of hair and it's like really thickly rooted. Like this wig is like on very nicely too. Although I might have to glue it back down later. I'm not entirely sure if these like are even supposed to come off too, you know. But she does have like a really thick head of like hair for sure. And I know that these dolls were definitely like an American Girl like competitor for a while. Because they even came with books and stuff like that, but since I got mine at the Thrifty, I obviously did not get the book with her, so I'm not entirely aware of like the associated character, really, or characters. But I'm sure I can find something online about her. Now that I'm finished with the actual disinfecting part of her hair, it's time for the tough detangle. But I think it's going to take me a relatively quick time, but we'll see. I'm just going to take out my trusty hair conditioner. I got mine from the Dollar Tree, but obviously you guys could use any hair conditioner. And just because it's expensive doesn't mean that it's actually gonna work, because remember y'all, they're not human. This isn't exactly gonna like do what it is for the dollies like that it will for us. It's really only just for detangling purposes. But I'm gonna make sure to rinse out that conditioner really, really well when I'm done, because I don't want that hair to stay greasy. Hopefully she doesn't shed a lot either. I'm gonna be really careful not to pull on this wig too hard as well, because I don't exactly have the glue to be able to like secure it and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna be really gentle, or rather I'm gonna be as gentle as I can. I think this doll is gonna need a lot more conditioner than I put in her hair, but we'll see. And like, as you can see, I'm slowly trying to like work it through with my fingers and like get out some of the knots like by hand before I have to go in with the detangling brush, just to make my life way easier. I think this needs a lot more conditioner. I'm just washing my hands so that they're free of conditioner when I go ahead and detangle her. Because it's going to be pretty hard to detangle her with very slippery hands and stuff like that. And since I already washed her body before, I'm just trying to be really careful to make sure that no water really leaks into her like joints and stuff like that. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap her in a little hand towel really quickly. And now comes the fun part where you guys get to watch me detangle her hair with the brush. As you can see, it's already kind of starting to make a little bit of a difference, because this hair was really ratted and tangled up before. Now here is Miss Diva, almost completely detangled. I just gotta go ahead and kind of like trim up her hairs a bit and then completely wash out this hair conditioner, which is probably gonna take forever, but I don't care. She's looking really neat so far. And as you can see, she didn't really shed that much, thankfully. Her wig is already kind of starting to come off, like especially like along the sides and like right over here as you can see. But I'm gonna find my best to find like a really strong hold glue to like reattach that because this desperately needs a boil wash like really badly. And I'm just continuing to wash out the rest of that conditioner because I had to use so much of it on her. But like this hair is gonna look really pristine perfect once I'm through with it. And like it's already kind of starting to look leagues better than it was like when I found her at the thrift store, you know what I mean? This doll is just like really incredibly loose, but like I'm gonna have to fix that up and like that's gonna have to be like a separate project for a different day because right now I can only really focus on her hair. And her like general face doesn't like have any like obvious stains, nor do her limbs. I know that her torso kind of has some like light like faint marks or whatever, but I'm not going to worry too much about that at the moment because I'm honestly just really happy to like have a Tonner doll. I've always wanted like a Robert Tonner doll, and once I figured out that he designed these, I was kind of like, oh okay, well now I gotta go back to the thrift store to get her so that I can find them like decently for like a good price, you know what I mean? Not have to pay like over $15 for it online and whatnot. Cause like I'm a little cheap, you know what I mean? But yeah. I am boil washing her. My tap water can get pretty hot, so I'm just gonna do that right now. I'm not entirely sure what kind of hair this is. It's probably like Kanekalon or whatever, because I know American Girl uses that for their wigs, but I'm definitely going to try and make sure that I get this as pin straight as possible without having to actually straighten it at the moment. Here we finally got this Diva boil wash, and I'm really happy as to like how her hair turned out. There's like a whole bunch of flyaways up top because I honestly need to trim those. But like for what it is, like right now, I think it's like really perfect. It's like basically as pin straight as I need it to be. And I'm honestly just like really in love with these faces, especially the way that they do the blushing. I know that my doll is really loose right now, but like for what she is, I'm so incredibly happy that I paid like $10.99 for her at the Thrifty. Because like, I know these dolls aren't exactly like that expensive like now, and like you can still find them secondhand for like, you know, at least $30 to like $60, but like this is like absolutely perfect to me, and like I will definitely be learning how to like restring them, and like I'm gonna be filming a video on that at some point because I don't know, I just think these dolls are really cute, and like I really wanted to see this doll like completely restored, and like at least I have like an outfit that she came in that like is from the collection. I know that that wasn't technically her like meat outfit, but you know, at least it is one like from her like line anyways. And yeah, I also wanted to mention too that these Magic Attic Club dolls are on a like 18-inch to like 17-inch body, but they are much slimmer than the like American Girl dolls, because as you can see right over here, the American Girls are a lot wider and whatnot, and they're a lot more like, I guess, like cherubic kind of like looking. They're like just like a little bit more chunkier looking and stuff like that. Whereas like the Magic Attic Club girls are like really slim anyways. But it's nice that you can still find like clothes that are like made specifically for them too, like on eBay. Kind of like you can for the regular American Girl dolls. You just have to type in 18-inch doll slim, and you know, should be able to find a whole bunch of clothing in like different categories and stuff. But yeah, I'm overall really happy with this purchase, and like I'm definitely always going to be checking the baby doll section when I go to the thrift store. I always did before, and that's where I saw this Diva, but like especially more so now because like I've never really found anything like, I guess, really nice and like really quality like in the, I guess, baby doll section. And like I always see people finding American Girl dolls and like other kinds of like 18-inch dolls at the thrift store, and like I kind of got FOMO, but I'm honestly really happy that like I went back for this girly, because I honestly like already knew like kind of like where she came from to begin with, and like I was just like talking myself out of it because I was like, oh no, you know, you don't need it, blah blah blah. And then I did just a little bit more research on her, and like I just like, you know, wanted her, so glad I went back for her. I'm incredibly pleased with the hair results for Miss Magic Attic Club Heather. I'm really happy with the way that everything turned out. At least everything is pin straight and not tangled up, and you know, I still see some flyaways, but I'll work on those later. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye y'all!